Today, Precarious plays
Hades. Change of plans. We're gonna do one more episode today, but we're not gonna start a new run. We're just gonna see what's changed in the house.
Okay.
Sign you in, you're good to go.
Ooh, okay.
It's finally returned.
How goes the doling out of invitations, Zagreus? Have the Olympians been amenable to the idea?
You tricked him, girl. You
Not just
know.
amenable, Mother. Positively intrigued. I can't believe you scrambled the invitations in such a way that only with a lot of them combined will they get all of the details.
A bit of collaboration seemed in the spirit of things. We're a great big family, Zagreus. Past time we started acting like one, no? Now keep it up. And thank you for your help.
You manipulative genius bitch. I love it.
And give it another attempt.
Anyway,
I can tell when Mother Nyx is upset, Zagreus, and I know better than to ask her, so I'm going to ask you. What happened?
Probably because
So-
Nyx took issue with me chatting with Deucer from time to time. Is that really so unbecoming of me? Not even Father seems to care.
What?
we were talking about.
Oh no, is it not related to this juicy family drama that's happening?
No, it's not.
This is Downton Abbey, but with a better aesthetic. So you
I have to agree with that.
pipe it. Or pipe down? What do you up? What does up? What happens? What do you up to be quiet?
You shut.
Just shut up? Is that it? Is that really all I'm thinking of?
Yes.
Shut up, pipe down.
And then you turn it around. Okay.
There's another. No, we can't continue until I remember what I'm on about. You pipe down, or you can shut up. You can hush up.
Hush up, maybe.
Zip it? I think I was thinking of zip it.
But you were stuck on the up
Yeah, okay.
because of zip up.
Oh, you do the zip up. You know,
Yeah.
because it's cold. Okay.
Well, Mother cares, and I for one know better than to question it. None of us would be here were it not for her. If she has a request for you, you honor it.
See, and this is one of the reasons why I don't like this guy.
You're telling me I should just start ignoring Deucer from now on, like you do?
You're a god. I'm telling you to learn to act like one.
Boo, Thanatos.
Yeah. Exactly.
TCH. Ch.
TSCH, I believe.
Please make yourselves at home.
Anyway.
So while I go about my business,
I was talking about
Too pricey for me.
angle flange scramble care in the last episode.
oh, that one was a bit of a reach. 'Cause
Angle flange travel or scramble.
Yeah,
Gosh,
see?
dagnuts.
Mhm.
You're right. It was a bit of a reach because I can't repeat it anymore.
Stand is always good.
That one left me at a loss. I was like, wait, what are we talking about?
Okay.
Approved. Always room for some new music in my life.
So back to dancing band travel cares. So no, I think Octobus Travel Bears is my favorite one.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, I don't know what I was going to say about Octobus Travel Bears.
I wanted to talk to you again. What I mean is, I just hope I didn't hurt your feelings. Because if I did, you'd let me know, wouldn't you?
I would, but I don't think Zagreus is going to.
Yeah.
Deucer, please. Remember friends for all eternity? It's a long time, so there's no need for second guessing. I'm glad we had a chance to talk.
You did hurt our feelings though.
Well, it hurt my feelings just because it seemed very short-sighted. It seemed very... I mean, this...
Yeah, friends for all eternity.
He's saying it like it's an affirmative, it's a positive, but I just read this and I think like, no, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Oh, well, good. That's a relief to hear, but one last thing so I can clear my conscience of it. I've saved all the ambrosia that you gave me, and I figured since I didn't realize, the way you felt, I can be a little dense. I have it here, and I would like to give it back. Is that okay?
Ooh. No, she should keep it, right?
I have more.
Yeah, just be like, no, Dusa, you... Friends forever can have
you know
ambrosia.
what? This is probably for the best because I couldn't handle the relationship with someone that's this indecisive, and like I'm right now I'm second guessing. No, I'm like triple guessing her intentions, because it's like, okay, well, should I politely accept because then it will be off her mind? But it's like that was never what they were for.
Yeah, just
I was stunned. I gave her ambrosia mechanically and was shocked to find that you could have a relationship beyond a friendship, that they would go down that path. So I honestly was not giving her ambrosia with any greater purpose in mind. Like, I didn't
yeah,
even...
it was not an exchange for love. It was just like, hey, buddy,
Yeah, so
here's a cool thing for you.
Hey, now, there's no need to do anything rash like that. That ambrosia was my gift to you, and it was unconditional.
exactly.
Just try the stuff and see. They say the purer the act of giving, the better it is. Won't you keep it? If not for yourself, then for the lounge?
I think that's a good compromise.
Yeah.
All right. I had to ask, so thanks again. Just wanted to make sure. I hope we can enjoy it at the lounge sometime. I'd better go put it away. Not drink it. Store it for safekeeping now. Okay?
Oh, Dusa.
Okay.
Oh, you're so heartsick over this.
Why,
Well,
thank you.
I do have... That is the exact kind of person that I have, like, cut out of my life for real
Oh.
before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, I don't like... I am not willing to bear someone else's indecision anymore. You know? Like that. It's too much of a burden for me to have to constantly be worrying about someone's thoughts and feelings to that extent. You know? Whenever, like, they seem unsure, so then you're both just unsure, it's very tiring.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, tell me what you want.
I mean, at least give me some idea. But just Dusa is so nervous and skittish and wishy-washy that I feel like I can't trust her, to be honest with me.
Yeah.
You know what? This is for the best. Eternal friends forever. That's fine. I take it back.
This is a relationship worth having.
Yeah, this is fine.
So, speaking about
That's too good a deal to pass up.
relationships, the relationship between Octopath Traveler
Dreaming. Hypnos?
and other games that it was being compared to
Yes.
while it was being marketed
Yes.
versus the one that you feel it's more like. Explain.
Saga. Frontier, specifically.
Right.
Okay.
It is a game where you have a large number of protagonists, and the mechanics
How's it going?
for each character vary pretty wildly depending on
Yeah.
who you pick. Like, there's a young girl who I think gets run over by a carriage and gets, like, drawn into a world of, like, gothic horror court intrigue. Like, I think that she is turned into some, if not like an actual vampire, like a vampire analog. Like a blood-centric fiend of some sort.
Yeah.
And I believe that you can trade away that resource for, like, powerful end game equipment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Aphrodite. So I'll start with Aphrodite. Well, actually, I should see what weapon I'll put on.
Mm-hmm.
He just hungers.
Yeah, I'll just do this and then
All right.
take Aphrodite as the first boon.
The true strength of Nagling's board.
So I'm all set up for next time now.
Yeah.
How long has this gone on for? Did we just clear the 10-minute mark?
Yeah. Just now.
I thought that we were doing 15-minute episodes for Hades. To try to squeeze a run into...
We had been, but I thought that because of like how we were running through it this time, where we weren't trying to do like one run in 2 episodes.
We were just trying to clear the this.
Yeah. So like,
these.
however, that said, they've been closer to like 13 to 15 minutes anyway.
That's fine. So I don't want to drag this out any longer. So let's just chill right here and talk about Octopath Traveler for an amount of time not exceeding, say, 7 minutes.
Uh-huh.
In that game, the mechanics change to reflect the character that you're playing as.
Yeah.
And sometimes the stories will intersect, but Octopath Traveler, basically what you have is you still have like that same kind of story format where there are individual stories for the most part, but now you just get to have a much more like Final Fantasy-esque 4-person party that's kind of divorced from that.
Yeah.
Where it's just, these people are always available for the fighting, and I think that was a poor decision. I think it was sort of slapdash. I understand where they're coming from, but it creates a situation where, like, I think I mentioned before that one of the characters you play as is like a prisoner. She's like in a very kind of like modern feeling women's prison.
Yeah.
And you have to like fight your way out.
Yeah.
And when you're in that women's prison, I don't think that any of the other characters you can choose as a protagonist show up. But you do have a couple of party members, and it's other female convicts.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. And it's a very different kind of struggle and scenario than anything anybody else ever really faces in that game. Nothing like that can really happen in Octopath Traveler the way they have it set up.
Yeah.
Like, there are some scenes that are patently ridiculous because of the divorce between the mechanics and the narrative. Like, there are a couple of scenes that happen later. Like, I'm thinking about in Ophelia and Primrose and Tressa, all of their stories have a moment where, as part of the narrative, your protagonist is assaulted to various degrees. Tressa's is a little comical, I think. Like, she basically just gets, like, shoved over, and somebody, like, steals something of hers, and she has to be like, hey! And then chase after them to get it back. And I couldn't help but think, like, I think that Hannett would have something to say about that. Her and her giant snow leopard.
Yeah.
But then there's a much more serious moment where in a cutscene, one of your characters is stabbed in the gut and left for dead. And that's just, it's too much.
Like, after everybody's in the, like, after you've gathered people?
Yes.
Like, we wouldn't let that happen.
Yeah, and this is a situation where they crossed a line, and the aspirations they had for that scene are fundamentally incompatible with the mechanics.
Yeah.
They could have they should have done a little more legwork and contrived a scenario to acknowledge and separate them from the group that has almost certainly formed.
Yeah.
I mean, I found out that there's at least some small incentive on other platforms to try to clear the game with just a single character. There's an achievement for it.
Yeah.
But that cannot be the intended experience.
It's called Octoblast Travel Stare, not
Yes.
single one doing everything.
Not Unitasker travels there. There being the one location they need to go to at a time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like if this game gets a sequel, like if they want to try to spin this into a franchise, I don't want to see an Octopath Traveler 2. I kind of hope that they keep the naming convention, and I hope that they have like a Hexapath Traveler or even like a Tetrapath Traveler.
Yeah.
Where they assume like this is an additive experience. You're gonna have all of the party members. Like I can't help but think like this game would only be improved mechanically and narratively if they picked just anybody but Therion.
Yeah.
Therion, I think, or maybe Hannett. She also seems like a bit of a loner. If they had just said like, no, Tressa is the protagonist. You start with Tressa, she gets that journal, and then like the narrative structure is she's recording everyone's stories in her journal.
Yeah.
There was a beautiful moment where I started playing with Tressa on a hunch, right? Based on like the little bio they gave of her.
Yeah.
I started playing as Tressa and I was like, this is perfect because she just wants to like get in everybody's business and adventure. And then I did everybody, like I had the 3 other characters. I went through everybody's stories and then her chapter 4, Tressa's. Pardon me, I'm getting a little hoarse. Tressa's chapter 4 ends with a kind of presentation to a crowd of people. And it actually wound up being kind of beautiful, thinking about it in the context of her describing all of the adventures that she had been on with all of the other characters. That was a really good moment. And I am disappointed and sad for anyone that doesn't find a similar, if not the exact same experience, but if they don't sort of headcanon something that matches that, you know? And I just wish that if they had just said like, nah, we started with this idea of having like 8 separate characters and stories, but it's not really working out. There's too much of a disconnect between the game you play and then the story you see. So we're just going to scrap it and we're just going to make it a little more conventional.
Yeah.
Because it feels like they were trying to innovate for the sake of innovation, and I don't think it bears repeating. I don't think that they should try to do the same thing again. I don't think it deserves a second chance unless they want to dump a lot more money into the project.
Yeah.
And really say like, no, we're gonna write just an enormous script. And it's yeah, if you only have 2 of the 8 characters in your group, you are gonna have the same rich narrative experience. There's just gonna be just as much talking, and it's gonna be just as meaningful as if you have 6 out of 8 characters. And that's why I feel like they could do that, but I think it would be better and it would be easier if it was a hexapath or a tetrapath traveler instead.
For sure.